This new phone has been leaked online, and we've seen a host of new images, new videos, and some sample images from that 10 times zoom camera, including a load of leaks directly from the company itself. So what we can expect from the Oppo Reno is two different devices, a main Oppo Reno device and a light version as well. There are some big differences between the light version and the main version. Let's quickly kick off with the light version. This comes with a Snapdragon 710 processor. This isn't among the very best of the Snapdragon processors, but the 710 does focus heavily on video and photo, hence why Oppo have chosen that one to go in the light version. It has a 6.4 inch screen. That is a big device. This will be bezel-less, so they have opted to go for some sort of pop-up camera in this one, which we'll touch on in a minute with the main device. That one comes with 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, but the main difference between the light version and the main version is that light version isn't carrying that 10 times optical zoom camera on the back. The main camera on the light version is that 48 megapixel sensor, the same as in the main version. But I'm not really sure why Oppo are making this device. They have plenty of other devices with dual cameras on the back and also bezel-less screens. Plus the main feature of the Reno brand is that 10 times optical zoom, and this phone doesn't have it. With that said, let's move on to the main version. What are we getting in the Oppo Reno? We're getting an AMOLED screen in this. Of course, Oppo have been using AMOLED screens in the vast majority of their devices for a while now, and I don't expect anything less for this new device. That will be coming in at 6.4 inches. That is a very big screen. Now, apparently the bezels on this thing are absolutely tiny. A post on Weibo here in China from the company itself said that the screen to body ratio is over 90%. So I'm really looking forward to see how they cram that 6.4 inch screen into a smaller body. The screen itself is going to be over HD quality, which is expected these days. And anyway, we can see the actual device and what it will look like. It comes in a few different color options, as you can see. It's looking really good, and of course that is a bezel-less display at the front. Something that has leaked very recently is that pop-up camera they've included at the top there. So the Find X from Oppo is one of the first to give us that pop-up selfie camera, and it was really innovative at the time, but a slight complaint of mine anyway was when you open the camera app, it was just too slow going up and down. It was just slightly not quick enough. It looks like Oppo have gone a different route with the Oppo Reno. It looks like a cheese wedge that's coming up and down from the top of the screen. This thing looks big, and it looks thick, and it looks heavy. So I'm guessing this phone is going to be a bit of a chunky monster. We've seen with the Vivo X27 with that pop-up camera, Vivo being the same company as Oppo anyway, and also the Find X was quite chunky, not to mention that new camera in the back there, which I'll get onto in a second. This phone is going to be quite heavy and also a lot thicker than some other competitors. You get a 48 megapixel main sensor there, you get an ultra wide unit, and you also get that brand new 10 times optical zoom unit at the back. So let's just have a look at some sample images from this camera. You can see from the ultra wide angle camera through to the main sensor, all the way through to 10 times optical zoom. You get an unbelievable amount of range from this phone's camera, something that you absolutely cannot find on any of the flagship devices. The iPhone is giving us 2 times optical zoom on the cameras. I'm sure they'll be updated in autumn this year, but the Oppo 10 times optical zoom, even the brand new P30 Pro from Huawei is giving us 5 times optical zoom. This is an incredible step forward for smartphone cameras. And just looking at all these pictures you're getting from this phone, these are real images actually taken from the phone. Some of these have been leaked by the actual company itself, giving us a huge insight into just the power of this new camera. What I think is a really great feature of the Oppo Reno as well, they've not just included that brand new camera unit in there, which is obviously expensive to manufacture, but they've put the best processor on the market at the moment in there, the Snapdragon 855. It would have been very easy for Oppo to give us a cheaper processor in this phone, just because I'm sure that 10 times optical unit is going to be expensive to manufacture. Having said that, they need a processor that is capable of handling all of this zoom from the camera. So this phone looks incredible. 10 times optical zoom, ultra wide, 48 megapixel main sensor, Snapdragon 855. It will have a new version of their fast charging also, which is I think 20-30% faster than version 2.0. It'll also have a 4000 milliamp hour battery in there. The specs of this new phone look absolutely incredible, and it might be one of the phones to beat in 2019. Having said that, we still need to see how this camera and how the pop-up operates after a few months of daily usage.